I know plenty of girls that are busting it open on FaceTime for the free. Why not get a bag from it on OnlyFans, you know?
For the night, 767, man, the shit got double bedroom, man. I still got scores to settle, man. I got down the block, made a right, yeah. Cut the lights, yeah. Made a price, yeah. Niggas think it's sweet, it's on sight, yeah. Nothing nice, baggins in my ice.
What's up, friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Desiree, but if you're nasty, you can call me Thickeray. This is just gonna be a chit-chat video. We are discussing some things, y'all. As you all know, it is still quarantine. People have lost jobs. The economy is turning to shit. People have had to find ways to make money. Like, people gotta hustle still. If you're not getting money from the government, you're either relying on your savings or you gotta do some shit you really don't want to do for that bag. One of those ways is OnlyFans, okay? It's basically a platform where you sell subscriptions to your page. Like, you do an act or whatever it is that you want to do, and you send people a link. They go to your page, they can subscribe to you for a monthly fee of however much. So you set your own fee. They'll subscribe, they'll watch you do your thing, and it's private. I think I saw something about not being able to like screen record or screenshot on OnlyFans. Like, it's illegal to do that. I don't know if that's the truth, but so I've heard. So if you want to view the content, you must subscribe. And this has always been a thing. OnlyFans is not new. There's been people on OnlyFans for a minute. When we talk about OnlyFans, we're automatically assuming, okay, they're showing ass. I mean, yeah, like, it's people on there showing ass, but I saw something about somebody showing their feet to people with feet fetishes, and shorty was making 6 figures, okay? You can get a real big bag on OnlyFans. Let's say you had a real sexy voice. You can get on OnlyFans and, you know, read pages of a book. People would subscribe to that. This is what the folks are doing. I don't think that I could ever get online and just bust it open. Like, I don't think that I would be able to do that. Like, I can't. I personally don't have the courage, the confidence, the support to ever do something like an OnlyFans, because truth be told, like, I'm just a regular girl. Ain't nobody subscribing to me. Like, I could start an OnlyFans and just show my feet, but let's be real, it's not feet that they want to see. Like, what exactly are they gonna see? I'm not making that 6 figures a month. If I want the big bag, I gotta do a little more than just show my little toes, you know? If you want to start an OnlyFans, you have to consider your own circumstances. You have to consider what's going on in your life. You have to consider your family, you know? You have to consider your support group. I know plenty of girls that are busting it open on FaceTime for the free. Why not get a bag from it on OnlyFans, you know? Do that shit. If that's what you want to do, do that shit. You already do it for free. It's not for me, though, and that's okay. I cannot knock your hustle. 2 girls that I follow on social media that just started an OnlyFans, and they are making good money. Like, I believe 5 figures a week. 5 figures a week. Like, that's great money. So if that's how you're getting it, do what you gotta do, you know? I can never knock that. It's not something that I could do. But if I could, I would. Let's just keep it a buck. If I could, I would. And that's with anything. Like, if I could be a stripper, I would most definitely do that. You know how much cash you get? Like, strippers are making big bags, and if I could, I would. However, again, I don't have the support. I don't have the confidence. I feel like that would be good for, like, my friendships, my relationships, like, family life. I just don't want to see that shit go downhill over me trying to get a bag at the strip club. You know, that's hey, do your thing. The only problem is when, let's say you're in a relationship and your partner has set certain boundaries. Like, hey, that's not something that I want you to do. Like, I don't want you to make a platform and show your body like that. I wouldn't appreciate it if you did that. And then let's say you go ahead and do that anyway. You're overstepping a boundary that your partner has set for you guys in a relationship. You agreed that you wouldn't, and then you go and do it. I think that's a perfect reason to break up. Everybody has their boundaries. There are certain things that you discuss at the beginning of a relationship or even throughout the relationship. Like, you communicate like that. Like, hey, I really wouldn't appreciate it if you did this. You agree, okay, that's something that I'm not gonna do. But then because it benefits you or it's in your best interest, you say, you know what, I'm gonna do it anyway. Now you've disrespected your partner. Expect your relationship to be rocky moving forward. I don't think I would want my man to be opening an OnlyFans. I don't know if I would appreciate that very much. So that's something you discuss. Like, hey, I don't think that that's something that's cool. I understand it's quarantine and you need to get the bag, but find another way, honey. That's not it. If you want to do that, that's cool, but I'm not going to be here to support you. You know, like, that's the end of that. We're just going to call it. So I think you still need to respect your partner's boundaries. If you're not in a relationship, it's definitely something to consider. Like, you got to think about, well, this stuff is going to be around forever. Do I want my kids to stumble upon it at some point? Do I want a potential employer to stumble upon this at some point? To another topic, it's become the norm for us to just bash women all the time. Like, oh my God, like, she wears too much makeup. Or, oh my God, she got her body done. Yeah. And it's less comments from men and more so from other women. Why does it bother you what somebody else is doing with their body? How is that any of your concern? How does it disturb your life in any way that somebody else got plastic surgery? Why does it bother you that somebody else wears pounds of makeup? Instead of just sitting there and supporting the girl, you want to talk shit because that's not something that you're able to do. I feel like it comes from a place of jealousy and envy. Like, you wish that you could do that thing. That's why you talk so much shit about it, because you're not able to. Like,
Huh?
I mean, if I had the funds to get plastic surgery, trust me, I'm doing that. I'm not going to bash the girl that does. Like, that's weird. You know you want to do that thing, and you know you're unable to, so you're just going to talk about it. That's very weird to me. I don't understand that. It's become so normal for us to just bash women and, like, dissect their lives and just judge them for things that they do. It costs $0 to be nice. It costs $0 to compliment somebody. Like, I just don't get it. The current discussion around plastic surgery and cosmetic procedures is pretty negative. Like, if you go on YouTube or anybody that has gotten their body done, if you go on any of their platforms and read their comments, there are always Debbie Downers in there talking about it. Like,
why don't you just go to the gym? Ugh, I would never get my body done. Natural girls are still winning. Don't look at this person to be your idol. They got their body done. They can't even be authentic.
let's keep it real. You cannot attain an hourglass shape in the gym. Like, that does not happen. Underneath all the fat is not just an hourglass shape. It doesn't happen like that. You either have it naturally or you go and get it at the doctor's office. If you want bigger breasts, you can't attain that in the gym. You gotta go get plastic surgery to get that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter how many adduction exercises you do, you are not going to get an hourglass shape. Your hips are not just gonna spread. It doesn't work like that. If you have a certain view for how you want your body to look, you wanna go and get that done. And that is okay. It only becomes a problem when it literally affects your health. Or like people that are addicted to it. Or in a case where you're getting procedures that are like botched, you know, like those cheap botched surgeries. Then in that case, it's like, hey, you gotta pump the brakes. Like, don't do no more surgery, sis. Like, stop. It's enough. And if you're blessed to have the body that you want, you're blessed with your looks and you have the highest self-esteem and the most confidence and you're just 100% pleased with how you look, that is great. That's beautiful. That is so amazing. God has blessed you and I'm so happy for you. However, there are others that are not so fortunate. Like, I don't really have wide hips, but I'm not in a place where I want to go get surgery because I plan on having children someday. So I'm going to have my kids. I'm going to see what my body looks like after the fact. And if I still want them hips, or pump me up a little, you know? I don't want to have sagging breasts after breastfeeding. I want them perky. You can't get perky breasts in the gym. So I'm going to go lay on somebody's table and see what they can do for me. And that is okay. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But don't bash the woman that does simply because you can't do it. That's hater shit. So weak to me. It doesn't make you any less of a woman to just say, hey, you look good. You look good, sis. It might not be all you, but you look good. This is the thing that blows my mind. Like, the men that say,
Like, oh no, babe, you look perfect. Like, you don't need any surgery. You look good the way you are. I like my women natural, blah, blah, blah.
who do they follow on Instagram? Miss Nikki Baby. Body like a Coke bottle. A whole Coke bottle. Nicki Minaj. Amber Rose. Like all of those types of women. You say you want a natural girl, but this is clearly what you enjoy. You like that. You like the women that have surgically enhanced bodies. So how are you gonna tell a woman,
oh no, natural girls are still winning. This is what we like. Like, oh, don't let these women brainwash you into thinking you gotta get your body done.
but you double tapping on somebody hourglass shape all day? How does that make your woman feel? What do you want? What do you want? Like, is it just a fantasy? If you're in a relationship and you feel like the person that you're with is lusting after something that you don't have, how would that make you feel? Like, of course you would feel insecure about it. Like, damn, you be double tapping these types of pics all day, and that is the total opposite of what I look like. Of course she's gonna be thinking, let me go and like see what I can do. Let me see if I can get my little body done. Like, of course, that's what you want to do. Go ahead and do it, but only do it if you want to. Don't allow yourself to be pressured. Don't allow somebody to tell you that you need to do it. Don't allow somebody to tell you that you shouldn't do it. If you want to do it, do your research, make sure you're well educated on it. Go to somebody that's accredited and go and do whatever it is that you want to do. It's your life at the end of the day. Like, you're not living to please other people. You're not living to make other people happy. If you die tomorrow and you lived your whole life for somebody else, you're gonna be sitting in your afterlife like, damn, I kind of wish I had done this when I had the opportunity, It's time to wake up. Like, if there is something that you want to do, go ahead and do it. Honestly, just do it. And if that's how somebody is enjoying their life, let them enjoy it. Like, if you see somebody who's reeking of happiness, why would that offend you? Like, why does that offend you enough to make a whole post about it? That's so dumb. There's a post that somebody reposted on my Instagram, and I'm gonna put it up right here. Like, I hate these types of posts. I'm not ashamed that I'm a basic bitch. I'm gonna pay my bills before I get my hair done, nails done, or a new outfit. I'm okay with not being the prettiest girl. I value who I am on the inside more than the out. I'd rather be spoiled with loyalty than gifts. Fun doesn't require breaking the bank.
Boy, if you don't get
Fame, popularity, and money don't impress me. I'd rather stay true to myself than be liked. Didn't even spell that right. I like to stay in my lane and mind the business that pays me, and I'd rather be broke and happy than rich and empty. I'm a loner because it's so hard for people to relate to the shit I'm on. What type of pick me? Like, I hate pick me behavior. Like, who are you posting this for? But it's so hard for people to relate to the shit I'm on. Really? Like, you think you're the only one that thinks like this? You're not special. You're not exclusive. You're not elite. Stop it. But I'm not ashamed that I'm a basic bitch. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna pay my bills before I get my hair and nails done or a new outfit. So what? The women that go and spend money to get like nails, outfit, makeup, hair extensions, all that, they don't pay their bills? This is what I'm talking about. The women that can will, and the women that can't will just hate. If you had enough disposable income, you would be able to pay your bills and then go out and get your hair done, get your extensions done, get your nails done, and buy a new outfit. But because you don't have the income to do so, you're just gonna sit at home and make a dumb tweet about it. It's nobody's fault that you're in a position where you can't afford to do both. And if you can't afford to do both, that is fine. Of course, prioritize your life. Of course, you should be paying your bills before you spend it on something else. And that is okay. But if I don't have the money to go and do something that I see somebody else doing, I'm not about to sit at home and be like, damn, I'd rather pay my bills. Like, no, you can only afford to pay your bills. So yeah, you should be paying your bills. But had you had the disposable income, you would be doing that same thing that you're complaining about.
really, nigga.
Like, quit the cap. I hate this type of pick me shit. Like, what, you want somebody to read this and be like, ooh, yeah, she's a good one. Ooh, wifey material, wow. No disposable income. Like, girl, come on. If you had the money, you would be doing the same thing. I'd rather be spoiled with loyalty than gifts. I have got some news for you, honey. There are men out there that will spoil you with both. Wow. Can you imagine? Loyalty and gifts? Or are you just gonna sit and say, oh no, I only like loyalty. Keep the gifts. I don't wanna be spoiled. Ew, that girl's being spoiled by her man. Wow, he's probably disloyal. Come on, like, this is so simple-minded to me. This whole post just reeks of judgment and pick me. Like, yuck. I'd rather be broke and happy than be rich and empty. I want to be rich and I want to be happy as well. I'm going to work very hard so I can attain both, okay? I don't want to be broke and happy. Why would I settle for that? That's stupid. Okay, like there's a certain standard that I keep for my life. Like I like to be kept up. I'm a little more high maintenance, and that is okay because I am the one that maintains it. So I can be high maintenance. That's okay. My bills are paid, and I'm gonna go and buy some human hair, and I'm gonna go and get my nails done, and I'm gonna stop by Sephora to buy makeup, and I want some new clothes. Okay, I want some new shoes. That's okay because I have the disposable income to be able to do so. Okay, I want to be happy. At the end of the day, those are the things that make me happy. So I'm going to make sure that I have the money in order to make myself happy.
Period.
Like, if you can't afford that, you got to go find another job, find another hustle, like find something that pays you well. And if not, you're just going to sit and do the bare minimum. It's okay to be low maintenance. You can be low maintenance if you want, but don't sit there and bash somebody that's high maintenance. Okay, like they're finding a way to pay for their stuff. Like, I just don't know when it became cool to hate on somebody for doing something else, especially us women. Like, we are targeted every day on social media. Everybody is talking about women this, women that, women this, women that, women this, women that. And it's mostly women that are adding to the conversation. And I don't like that. I don't understand why we can't just sit and support one another from a distance. Like, if that's not something you're with, that is awesome. That is so awesome. Good for you. Good for you. Ooh, you're low maintenance. You like to be at home. You like to just Netflix and chill. Ooh, good for you. That's awesome. I hope it makes you happy. And if it does, that's great. And if it doesn't, please find something that makes you happy. If it requires you going out and finding additional income so you can support that kind of a lifestyle, go and do that. But if somebody likes to take frequent trips, if somebody likes to go out to dinner frequently, if somebody likes to go to the club, they like to pop bottles, and that's how they enjoy themselves, who are you to hate on that? Talking about some, I would rather be at home. She's going to the club again. I'm glad that I have like a cool group of friends and sometimes acquaintances that literally just support one another. Like, they're very kind, they give out genuine compliments, like it's authentic positive energy. I love that. I love that kind of energy. I wish that all women had the same type of mindset, and I'm blessed that I have a couple of those around me. I just see the opposite so much, and if I hate to use this word, but if you were weak-minded, stuff like that would really like infiltrate your mind, and you'll be thinking, damn.
Like, I mean, I guess maybe I shouldn't wear so much makeup, or maybe I shouldn't be spending money on this thing that makes me happy. Like, these people on the internet are really offended by it. Maybe I should stop.
Really, nigga?
Let them do their thing. If it's not for you, it's not for you, but it doesn't cost anything to compliment shorty. If she looks good, tell her she looks good. Give a compliment. It's free. Like, it's free. It costs nothing to make somebody's day. Let's just quit it with all the hating. There's room for everybody to win. You do it in your way, somebody else will do it in their way. I'm gonna do it in my way. And that's okay. If you're not gonna take that route, that's cool. But I will take this route. Like, the only time where I think you shouldn't have to necessarily support something that somebody does if it's your direct friend group. Like, I have a certain standard for my friends. Like, I like us to be on the same level of morality. So there are certain things that I won't partake in. And if that's something that you do in your life, I don't want to be around that. I don't want that attached to my image. Like, at the end of the day, there is a certain standard that I like to upkeep. So I want that for my direct friend group as well. And like, if you're in a situation where you're doing something that goes against my morality, I'm gonna say, hey, like, you do your thing. I love you, I care for you, and I hope you're safe. I hope you do it well, and I hope you do it with class, but I'm not gonna participate, okay? Don't invite me to none of that stuff that you're doing. Like, don't ask me to support that. I'm not going to, but my love for you still remains. That is like the only time where you don't have to support what somebody's doing. You know, same with a relationship. Like, you have certain expectations, you have certain standards. If it goes against my morality, I don't have to support it. And that is the only time. For my friends, like, that's damn near family. So if I say that I'm not with that shit and you want to do that shit, that's good for you. You can go do that, but I'm not going to participate, and that's okay. But for everybody else, like, hey, that's a stranger. Like, strangers on social media, you don't even know this person. Why does their life bother you? That's very weird. All right. Thank you so much for stopping by. I just, I had little things I wanted to get off my chest since this quarantine or whatever. Thank you for tuning in to my little rant, my little chit chat. Watch another video of mine while you're here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in my next video.
We ain't having no hope. Like I look like a charm. 50 rest on the arm. But you know me a storm. I stay flowers, they all born. Put these hoes like it's porn. I get higher than the Osborne. I'm at couch for torn. Getting money is so important. Thought I was done.